Hey y'all, what's going on? It's Ron on the grill, and it's time for another update on what I'm now calling the Backyard Chronicles, guys. So I have some good news and I have some bad news. And the good news is the trash is gone. The patio is all clean. Now, as I have to remind you, the trash is gone, but so is the patio furniture. So it's empty out there, but we're just glad to see it clean. It was a mess. Now I have started doing some cleanup. It took me a couple of days just to get all of the overgrowth from a year's worth of not mowing or not being able to do anything back here. It was as tall as me. So it took me a long time to just get all that cleaned up. I'm still in the process of cleaning up some stuff. But you can see I got a lot more to do. But the good news is the trash is gone. All right, so I told you there's good news and bad news, and the good news is the trash is gone. The bad news is so is the contractor. Basically, after he got his last payment, we got into it. He sent us. He sent me a text message saying we're gonna spend 2 days over here wrapping everything up, and I'm thinking, well, there's no way everything that needs to be done can get done in 2 days. So I started reaching out to him, emails and texts and calls and stuff like that, saying, hey man, we need to have a conversation and talk about what's gonna get done and how we wrap this thing up, how we close it out. He kept responding to my phone calls with text messages and emails and stuff like that. Wouldn't get on the phone with me like a grown man. So long story short, he was gonna give us a Thursday and Friday or whatever, and that was it. That was everything he was gonna do was gonna be done in that Thursday and Friday. So again, I was like, we need to have a conversation because, 2 days, I just don't see how you're gonna get all that done unless you're gonna have a whole crew of people out here. So Wednesday night, he sends me an email saying this is what we're gonna do. And it's like 3 or 4 things, not a fraction of all of the stuff that he's supposed to be doing. And I sent him an email back and got in that ice, and he didn't appreciate it. I told him everything, everything I was gonna have a conversation with him about, a civil conversation with. I told him in that email, but I wasn't civil, So he got in his feelings, got mad, and basically refused to go any further, walked off the job and stuff like that. And he hasn't been back, hasn't answered any of our emails or calls or text messages since then. So that's where we are right now. Now, a couple of you said I should mention his name, and I'm going to do that a lot. I'm going to post a video. This is going to be a video that I'm doing specifically for the purposes of putting a honest review out there of this guy and telling people and showing people what he did and how he left his property. Because see, you can Google his name right now and you can see 5-star reviews, but they're all, if you read them, they're all about roofing jobs, So Jeff Lott of Lot Unlimited Roofing and Construction basically sells roofing jobs and then subs them out to somebody else. And the crew comes out there, does a great job, gets it done in less than a day, cleans up after themselves, awesome. Then they get online and give Jeff Lott a great review. Well, Jeff Lott didn't have anything to do with it. I think you or I, in about a year's time or however long it takes to get the license to sell roof jobs, can have a 5-star review and not know anything. I'm trying to keep this PG about roofing. What you're not going to find, or what you're going to find very difficult to find, is any good reviews about construction work that he's done. And so I sent him, like I said, I sent him this hot email, and he sent me back and talked about I was threatening him and all of this kind of stuff, and like I'm you don't appreciate me. He got a whole thing about, I'm getting into stuff I don't want to get into in this video. But anyway, he he used that as an excuse to do what he was going to do anyway, walk off the job. Only now he didn't do the 3 or 4 things that he was going to do. And I was infuriated. And I let him know, okay, since you ain't gonna talk to me like a man, I'm gonna put it all in this email. But I let him know. So he walked, long story short, he walked off, and we've been, I've spent about almost $1,000 right now, you know, on just getting the most essential things done. Like getting the trash out of the backyard. He was supposed to buy a dryer. They made us switch from gas to electric. We had a gas dryer. Okay, if you're making a switch, and I'm talking about the FHA, this was a 203 renovation loan. They made us switch from gas to electric. All right, well, that ain't my choice, it's your choice. So now you got to buy us a dryer. You need to buy us an electric dryer. He kept putting it off, never bought one. So we bought one ourselves. And then when it got here, we found out that they had covered the vent hole that you have to have, you know, through the wall to get rid of the exhaust. So they couldn't install it. So now I had to buy, we've bought the dryer, we paid for the trash. Now I got to pay for somebody to put the vent hole in so we can use our dryer. And that's how it's been going. That's how it's been going. But let me get back, because I'm going to put, like I said, you're going to see it all in the next video. And if you want me to say his name, I'm going to say it a lot in that video. Jeff Lot Unlimited Roofing and Construction will be mentioned at least 20 times in this video, because I know how these videos work. I know that YouTube can read these videos. They can read what you're saying. And they use that to place your videos in search results. So I'm going to make sure that the next time somebody looks for reviews of Jeff Lot Unlimited Roofing and Construction, they're going to find my video and they're going to see for themselves what he did. And I told him that. I said, hey man, I'm not threatening you. I'm just telling you that I'm going to tell as many people as possible how you left this job, how you left our home, how you left this house. And I'm going to do it with pictures and videos of your work. There ain't going to be no lies told here. It's going to be your work. So look for that in the next update. But in the meantime, let me show you what I got going on. So we got the patio cleaned up, but as you can see, there's still stuff out here that I need to kill. So today I'm working on putting Roundup on all of this stuff, all of this overgrowth here. But my goal today is to install this flower bed here. I'm using a water hose right now to kind of plan out the curvature of it. I've already moved a couple of plants over there. That's a banana plant. That's a sunshine ligustrum. I'm not sure I'm going to leave it there. But my goal today is to just get the skeleton down of it. I'm going to install some edging along the lines of where I got this hose right now. I think that's how I'm going to keep it. It may come out a little bit more over here. I'm going to install some edging, and then I'm going to put some mulch in there, put some Roundup on these weeds, and that's what my plan is for today. Now I got this bed over here to do as well, and then there's another bed over there. I'm trying to wait on that because I'm hoping that at some point we can have this deck extended. To extend the deck and cover it was one of the big lofty promises he made. So we got this big one over here. We got this one over here. We got this one, and then I got another one over here that runs from the edge of this down to the back door. So I'm just going to kind of take my time and take on these projects one at a time. But today it's this big one here. That's the biggest one I got to deal with. So I just want to get the edging in there, spray some Roundup in, put some mulch down, and take it up again another day, y'all. I'll keep you guys posted. All right, so I had to play around with this for a while and move stakes over and over again, but I got the basic outline of what I want. That banana plant right there is going to be my specimen plant here, so I really wanted that to kind of have its own curvature or its own circle and plenty of room to spread out. They multiply like crazy. So but I wanted some curvature you know, kind of moving in and out, nice flow. So I kind of going in closer right there. Probably put some kind of ornamental grass there, a couple of trees or something here. But then it goes out because I wanted this tree stump. It used to be a pecan tree. We cut it, but I wanted it to go out wide around this tree stump because I want to put some plants there. I also have to keep in mind that in the next phase of this, I'm going to be adding some stones on this side, on the inside, so they're going to be about 1 foot wide. So I had to keep that in mind because it's going to need to be out to about right here. So I wanted it to come out wide enough to put some pots around this plant. I can't put anything on the ground, in the ground around this tree stump because the roots are so big that you hit them every time you're trying to dig. So basically it's going to come around and encompass the stump and be right there. I'm still going to straighten that out a little bit, but that's what it's going to be. So now I can kind of stake it down for real, put a lot more stakes in there, and then I'll kill all of this stuff. I'll spray it all with Roundup, and then I'll put some mulch in here. All right, y'all, so that's what it looks like with the mulch in there. And this is just a very thin layer of mulch because there's not much of a wall to this edging. It's very short. Like I said, I'm gonna come back later and I'm gonna buy some stones and put it behind there. Use some quick curing cement and cement them down, and then I'll put another layer of mulch in and everything. I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna try to put some plants in here this year or if I'm just gonna let this sit here and improve the soil. Other thing I did is walked all of this and hit each one of those with some Roundup. I'm gonna wait till those die, and then I'm probably gonna plant some grass back here this year. But the next beds I have to do is this one and one on the other side. They won't be nearly as much work because they're just straight edge beds, and I can really use the edging that's already there for this particular technique that I'm using. So I might do that, but I'll keep you guys posted. Look for the Jeff Lott of Lott Unlimited Roofing and Construction video review coming soon.